Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blissful Living Podcast. This is Dr. Rochel Marie Lawson, known as the Queen of Feeling Fabulous. And I am here with you today. I have a fabulous guest, and we're going to really awaken you. So just stay tuned for that. I like to say, if you love the show, please subscribe to the show and share it with everyone you love and care about. Also, this is the perfect time to find a place to sit, gather something to write with, your favorite pen or pencil, get your favorite beverage. Today, I am drinking some water, and tell your family to give you a few moments so you can engage into the essence of what my guest is going to share with you today. Dr. Joan of Angels is going to share. So while you're doing that, let me take care of business. I want to thank our first sponsor, Blissful Living for You, at Blissful Living, the number 4, the letter U.com. Go check them out. They have some upcoming virtual events that are absolutely mind-boggling and will definitely transform your wellness, wisdom, or wealth, depending on the topic. They have free gifts if you want to know what your dosha is, your unique body type, and how you're supposed to ebb and flow in the world. And when you're out of balance, you want to go there and take the dosha quiz. You want to check out the books that have been published by the the owner of the Blissful Living for You. Phenomenal books, anything from affirmations to commanding your empire as a business queen or in commanding your career. So check out Blissful Living for You. Basically, go check them out and see what you can get that's for free. And then if you want to take something and go a little bit deeper, see what they have available for programs from, self-guided to working personally with the owner of the company. So you can check them out at Blissful Living, the number 4, the letter U.com. The next company I want to thank as our sponsor is All Day Cable Incorporated, a telecommunications installation company located in the heart of Silicon Valley. They install voice, data, fiber optic cabling, and set up all things network distribution. They service small, medium, and large corporations, and they've been in business since 1990. They are a premier telecommunication installation company on the West Coast, as well as in the United States. And so if you have a project where you need to upgrade the way you communicate and make sure that your communication connections are right the first time, then you want to definitely do business with All Day Cable, a woman-owned business. And you can check them out at www.alldaykableinc.com. Okay, so ready for the show. So today's guest is Joan of Angels, Dr. Joan of Angels. And she is a visionary artist, soul portrait artist, intuitive guide, and transformational speaker dedicated to awakening others with their highest potential. A gifted channel, she offers soul readings, energetic healing, and wisdom from the angelic realm. Ooh, this is going to be so yummy, y'all. With a background as a doctor of chiropractic and a master's in counseling, she bridges practical healing with esoteric wisdom through intuitive coaching, energy work, and soul portraits. She helps individuals access their highest selves and unlock miracles in their lives. In addition, as an intuitive business consultant, she is an advocate for legal and identity protections. As the host of Dr. Joan of Angels show and an accomplished event producer, she brings together thought leaders in spirituality, healing, and ascension. Now, her celestial artwork is a portal for divine connection, transmitting light and code frequencies. And so I want to bring to the show and welcome this phenomenal guest, Dr. Joan of Angels. And today we're going to be talking about integrating spirituality with practical life, cyber safety, and identity. So welcome to the show. How are you?
Oh, I am great. I'm so happy to be here, and I love your vibes and I love your crown.
Well, thank you so much. It is happy to be here. And, great people think alike. So us queens, we're wearing our crowns, and I'm just ready to jump in. So let me jump in with the first question. So can you share with us your journey into transformational healing and how it has influenced your approach to personal empowerment?
Wow, great question. It began many, many, many years ago when I became a chiropractor. And, chiropractic is all about healing the body from the inside out. And I became a very good chiropractor. I loved treating people. And I discovered that my hands could feel their pain. And not only that, but that as I was working with them, I would feel maybe something in their stomach, I would sometimes get emotions that were attached to it. And so transformation began, and I didn't even know what I was doing, because not just was I adjusting, but I was also using my hands and doing transformational healing. So I have been in transformational healing and wellness for over 40 years, with the mission being to help align your body, mind, and spirit to live your best life. And now I call myself sometimes the esoteric chiropractor, because I do it more through energy work and balancing the associated organs that are showing up. Very exciting work. So I've done it my whole life, that we can put it that way. But I transitioned into really channeling and doing readings back in 2013, when I received messages from my guides to paint 33 angels in 30 days. So I actually ultimately said yes, and that I created a whole body of work around that. I got named Joan of Angels.
I love it. I've been connected to angels since I was a little girl, and kept it kind of secret, because I think I told my cousins or something, and they made fun of me. And so I just kept it kind of secret, but they provided me with so much wisdom, and I call them my divine team. They provide me with so much wisdom. And so I engage even before I get out of bed. I have a conversation with them, and it's amazing. Right. And no, we're not crazy, you guys, but it's amazing.
Yeah, not crazy.
And guidance that I've gotten on things to move forward with my business, and things to pull back from. It's that would have been, if I would have continued pursuing that direction, it would have been detrimental, or just walking home as a teen and got the feeling, Michael behind me saying, don't go down that road, go down this one. It might take you a little longer, but this one is a safer path, just things like that. I have so many stories like that, but it is really, really a beautiful connection to have when you discover that it's a real connection. So I've read all things angel. I have so much angel stuff around me. Over the years, it's amazing, and they each represent something very different and spiritual to me. So I want to ask you this now. Now that you have this transformational healing that you do in addition to your chiropractic work, how has it influenced your approach to personal empowerment? And before you answer that, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back to the Blissful Living Show in just a few moments. Okay, we are back. It's Dr. Rochel Marie Lawson, the Queen of Feeling Fabulous, with Dr. Joan of Angels. And I asked you a very interesting question. So your work, how has it influenced your approach to helping to guide others with personal empowerment?
Well, that's a great question. I think it's been woven in my work. So when I was 30, I had this vision, just when I was sort of beginning chiropractic, I had this vision that I was in this Coliseum, and there were millions of people. They were walking by me in crutches or in wheelchairs or crawling. And I was there with a gorgeous angel. You would like that. And we were just like waving our wands, and these people were walking in front of us, getting up and healing. So that was the beginning when I heard this voice, and she said, "You're here to heal and inspire and uplift millions of people on this planet." And so then I had this burning desire, not just to physically heal people, but how can I transform them? And I began to really think in terms of how can I reach more than just one person at a time? How can I transform and heal a lot of people? And I'm a natural teacher. And I don't know, I learned spirituality as I was going. I'm kind of self-taught in a lot of things, and discovered the gifts that I have. I always like helping people to uncover their gifts. I call them superpowers, because I think we're all born with superpowers, but we don't always know, we can't always find them. We don't know about them. So I help people uncover, and I guess I've been doing this for so many years. It's just natural. I do it with everyone. It's just my way of being.
I love it. I love that you have your superpower, you know what it is, and you claim it, and you don't try to hide it or discount it or, you know, sugarcoat it. It is what it is, and it's beautiful. Now, I want to ask you this. You do visionary art. How did you decide to integrate visionary art into your healing practices to facilitate self-discovery and spiritual growth with those that you work with?
Great. Good question, because it's really important. So I began painting in 2013, and then I said, well, what should I do with it? And I said, paint us and we will come. And before you know it, I was like closing my eyes and painting and teaching, at the same time. I think for me, I started offering classes, not in art, but in teaching. But the visionary art itself, what I've discovered about it is that it acts as an oracle tool. So when you have some of my art in your home, sometimes I'll activate it for you, and people literally feel a shift, and they actually have a communication going with that piece of art.
Oh, wow.
And for instance, yesterday I was at a friend's, and he was doing a healing on me, and he has a picture of Poseidon and Neptune, Poseidon, and it's on his wall facing him. And I could feel that energy. It almost looked like a genie was, and just the energy of the art changes the energy in your home. It can change the energy of you because it will match your energy and then raise it higher.
Oh, wow.
Like a crystal will.
Right. Okay. So do you, whenever you're doing these painting sessions for individuals, is sometimes a message conveyed as you do the beautiful art that the spirit guides, the angels tell you need to convey to the individual that you're doing the artwork for?
So I do a very special service, and I call it soul portraits. And those are one-on-one. They're very intensive. Well, they're intensive for me, but they're intensive for my client. And we do a deep dive in the beginning. So I ask questions, my soul asks questions, I hear things, take notes. And then I dive in for like 10 days, a week, 10 days, and I get visions of you in different aspects, different lifetimes, different futures, different essences. And then I come back, create a video, and we do this video session where I show you all these aspects, and I find out what they're about, because I don't necessarily know what they're about. I just know that this flamenco dancer came through. And then my client says, well, Joan, how did you know I used to dance flamenco? I don't know. I just know that it comes through me organically. And anyway, we come to, we look at them, we both know the essence one, that real vision of that best version of who you are. And I print it up, and people do that. And it's very exclusive. It takes me a lot of work in terms of like really focusing and bringing it in, but they're very healing, and people love them.
Wow. Now, is this artwork that can be displayed in an office?
You can display it anywhere. You're fully dressed.
Dang. How big usually are the pictures or the work that you create?
Oh, well, so the final print that I send you, it's a giclée, so it's a canvas, it's a print on a canvas. It looks like a real painting, and it's 18 by 24.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hold tight. We got to take another break, but wow. I've got to dive deep into this, because this just is amazing. Okay. So we will be right back to the Blissful Living Show in just a few moments with Dr. Joan Angels explaining her visionary spiritual artwork that she does for her clients. We'll be right back.
Wow. Should I show a picture of one?
All righty, we are back. And when we're on break, Dr. Joan asked if she should show a picture. How many of you out there would be interested in seeing a picture? I know I would. And because it's my show, guess what? I get the top vote. So if you can show us a picture, and I want you to also explain to the listeners out there, not only, you know, what you do and what we've been talking about with regards to your divine connection and the spiritual art that you do that's transformational for your clients that have this done. With the rise of digital threats and all this technology and stuff that we have, what would you say are what are some practical steps that we as individuals, normal people, not connected to, you know, so much as our transformational higher powers, what are some practical steps that we can do to protect ourselves, not just from all that energy and stuff that is now emitted out in the world, but also from like the online predator energy kind of stuff? Is there anything we can do to protect ourselves?
Oh my God, there's so many online predators. There's so many hacks. There's so many ways that they're attacking your identity, our identity. So you could be flying high, us queens, right? Flying high, Dr. Rochel. But the moment someone attacks your bank account or, you know, your computer, you're toast. And so what I have discovered over the years, and so one of the things I always loved to do is I used to go into chiropractic offices and help the doctor grow their practice. So I also was a business coach for different people, hairdressers, also people. And I discovered really, so I like that aspect of looking at what can we do to protect you. And so identity theft protection is really important. And the kind of identity theft protection that could protect your phone, could protect your computer, and could protect your email. And it also takes a lot of, so I always recommend an identity protection service and having legal protection, because you actually never know when you're going to have that accident or something's going to happen when you need an attorney or you just got yourself hacked. Now, how do you protect yourself? Well, it becomes discernment. Discernment is really critical. You look at a text and they're offering you a great job, say, and it's like $90 an hour, $1,000 a day. It's like, oh my God, too good to be true. Right. And you're hungry for a job. You go, boom. And those people have you. They've hacked your cell phone immediately, and they have access to that. So things that are too good to be true, you have to start screening things, like screening your emails. I make it a habit. So, you know, I use Legal Shield. I love Legal Shield. But one day I got this email from Norton, and I used to have Norton, and it said I owed them like $495. And, you know, I had them, and it looked so real. Right. That I didn't check the email where it came from. Now, this is so pathetic because I teach this. Right. And so I called the number on the bottom. Swear to God, I'm embarrassed to tell you, but I teach by my silly mistakes. And the guy starts directing me to a browser. He says, oh, go to this browser. And I start to put it in, and then I woke up. It was like, I woke up and I hung up, and I closed down my computer, and I hung up on him instantly. I was about 4 seconds away from, you know, clicking enter to go to a website that would now hack me. So, and I know better. And I can't tell you how many friends I have who've opened up an email and then
been hacked. A big hack. Is there anything that we can do when we talk to our, you know, angels or spirit guides that we can ask them?
You can say,
protect our equipment.
You can ask them to protect your equipment, and you could put, like, for instance, I sit here, I have my beautiful angel crystal right here. So you can have crystals. Certain crystals work better than others. It'll come to me, but you can have crystals on your computer. You can put little things, EMF harmonizers on your computer. It is an extension of you. Right. So you can do that, and you can always ask to be protected and ask for the gift of discernment. See, we're always being shown. I mean, always being shown that those emails show up, and all of you probably already know I should check it, but ask for the fact that they kind of give you a clue, like check.
Yeah.
Can you kind of wake me up?
Yeah. Give me a clue. Tap into my gut. Something. I have crystals around my computer. I have, of course, beautiful amethyst, because that's my birthstone. I have lots of crystals, but lots of amethyst. I have this beautiful citrine, because I always want to attract abundance and wealth. And then I have this red carnelian, which I actually got in Sedona. Isn't it beautiful? She's so beautiful. And she just keeps the fire lit in me. But, as I'm rubbing her, she's like, oh, girl, yeah, that feel good. But I keep crystals and I rotate them out. I check in with what I need for my desk that day, that week, whatever. And because I have so many of them, I feel they're an extension of my personality, so to speak. I'm sorry, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back to talk more with Dr. Joan of Angels on the Blissful Living Podcast. We will be right back. Okay, we are back with Dr. Joan of Angels. This is Dr. Rochel Marie Lawson, the Queen of Feeling Fabulous, on the Blissful Living Podcast. And I want to ask you, before we get too close to the time that we got to, end our show, I want to ask you this. This is really curious and piques my curiosity. How can individuals, now we've been talking about transformational, dealing with divine energy, spiritual portraits that can guide us on what we need to do and just be this beautiful essence in our place of wherever we want to hang them at. We've been talking about how to protect ourselves, different crystals we can use to protect our energy around our computer and our technology. But I want to ask you this. How can individuals activate miracle consciousness to manifest desired outcomes in their lives?
Wow, that is my forte, because I have a nickname as the Miracle Maker. I have a great I just released an updated version of the Miracle Makers Club, Manifest Miracles Daily, or now, instantly. And so number one of the keys is changing your vibrational frequency. So with all of, with these crowns, or with these crystals, or, with the art and being in sacred places, that activates your energy. You want to understand that to have miracles in your life, we have to raise our vibrational frequency to match and attract that which we're calling for. And so I listen to certain, like Brian Scott, I love his stuff on manifesting miracles and abundance. And so a lot of affirmations, the universe takes care of me. The universe expects me to be abundant. It provides me with everything I need because I am a child of the universe and I am loved and I am adored, and miracles manifest around me because that's my divine birthright. So as we repeat that's my divine birthright, is to be abundant, to be a miracle maker, to manifest miracles, to have transformation, is one way to start to raise your frequency. And you'll raise your frequency when your thoughts manifest more rapidly, and that's a superpower. So yesterday I was thinking, well, I think I mentioned that I'm a digital nomad in a way, and I need a new place to live. And I was like starting to stress, and then I just started doing my chanting, and I said, I'm not even going to think about it. And I'm just chanting away, and I'm living my blissful life. My friend called. She said, oh, Charlie and I want to let you use our house for the next few weeks here outside of Sedona. And to me, that's a miracle. It happened because I went to bed last night and I said, please find me the right and proper home, an energetic upgrade where I'll be happy. And it happened today. An hour, I ran out to get her key an hour before the show. And so when you get into that miracle mindset, synchronicities start to happen. You need a new job. You go to Starbucks, the guy in front of you that you somehow chat with is an employer. And then people who do what you need to do, and you get a new job. That is how life really works at the highest level. When
Wow.
we're falling in what we want. So when you go to bed at night, put out, first of all, have a completion to your day and let it go, whether it sucked or not, just let it go. But affirm, look for the good things and affirm it. And then think about what you really would like to see in your life. Last night I went to bed. I said, I really need to see a really great place for me to live in. And I don't want to leave Sedona yet. And that happened.
It happened. Oh my gosh. I wish I had more time to talk to you about this. We'll have to bring you back or maybe have you on one of the virtual summits that we hold. But
yes.
You all listening, watching us have obtained a wealth of information. As simple as it sounds, it's powerful. So as simple as it sounds, when you implement the simplicity into your life to do this connection, to do these transformations, to reach out to Dr. Joan of Angels, things will definitely transform in your life for the better, for what you desire. So with that being said, I have got to thank our sponsors, Blissful Living for You at www.blissfulliving4u.com, as well as All Day Cable Inc. at All Day Cable Incorporated, alldaycableinc.com. Thank you, sponsors. For all of you listening, please share the show, subscribe to the show, so you can get advanced notification of the guests. But share the show. If you found something that was beneficial, share the show. The more we can get the information out, the better we can start being able to create a better life for those on our planets. And I will leave it there. This is Dr. Rochel Marie Lawson, the Queen of Feeling Fabulous, wishing you peace to your mind, wellness to your body, and tranquility to your spirit. Until next time, be very healthy, wealthy, and wise. Take good care, and goodbye for now.